back to standard living. It's a hot one today. We're back down here at the sawmill. I got to get this shingle jig, siding jig off the sawmill and get started on some jobs because I'm starting to get behind. I don't want to get behind on jobs again. That really sucks. We're just starting to get caught up from that week we were sick and we were out and couldn't do anything. And that's been a pain in the butt. We had a lot of stuff to catch up on, and I put other orders behind. So I'm trying to clean up all this sawdust. Luckily, the blade will fit right in here between the sawmill and this little shed. We got to get this shed finished. That's something I got to start doing. I just got to get some of these orders out so I can get on it. I'm really eager to get it finished up so we can start building our sawmill shed on top of this thing. So I'm going to try to get to that this week. Hoping I can get the roof on that thing and get some walls on it. And then we'll get our shingle jig back on. We'll cut shingles for it because I want to do shingle siding and stuff. I think it'll be really cool. But I got to get under here. I got to clean all this out right here because everything's kind of piled under the mill. Look how thick that stuff was. I got to clean the rest of that out right there and scoop that up. We got a small mountain of Norwood glitter, as Kelly at Norwood calls it. I got to do something with this stuff. I need to start composting this. I got to find a place. I may go back in that hole back there somewhere. That big pile right there, I had a guy coming to pick it up for his horses, and he still hadn't picked it up. I don't know where he's at or if he's coming or not, but I need to move this because it's kind of in the way over here. It's messing with my drainage here as well. We're going to get this moved out of the way. Plus, I got to get that ditch. Both of those ditches over there, I got to get those filled with that crushed asphalt. I'm going to find a good spot for it today. We're going to get this moved. And I got to get some dirt up there for Bonnie. She's making some flower beds to plant some. We're not doing a full garden with her groceries this year. I'm probably still going to plant some corn. I still got to get the disc hair back together. But I hadn't plowed that field yet because it's been so dry. And then when it did rain, we got, a month's worth of rain in a few hours. So I'm still going to plow it up. I'm still going to plant something, probably corns and beans and things like that. But Bonnie's making some flower beds or some garden beds up near the house. Instead of buying topsoil, we got tons of good black topsoil around here. So I'm going to start finding some of that, scooping it up so she can start planting our tomatoes and things that are growing out of the planters. We're going to do that today. We're going to get the sawdust moved and we're going to cut some lumber. I got to get on some of these jobs. I got this big 1x6, actually it's 2x6 job I got to do. But we're about to fire this Bobcat up with the cool window on it now. We're going to run that up there and we're going to find some dirt for her and start getting the sawdust moved. Then we'll get this thing out the sawmill and start throwing some logs on there. And I usually say this at the end of the videos. Make sure you like and subscribe. If you like this video, hit that like button. If you're not subscribed and you're watching, we need to get that subscriber count up and grow this channel. So you guys go hit that subscribe button. It don't cost you a dime. The guy's tail rattling like a rattlesnake.
Huh?
His tail rattling like a rattlesnake.
No snakes allowed over here.
Get him, Dinky.
Work over there. Oh my god.
Look at his body puffing up. It's a black mamba. Nobody's gonna bother you, little buddy. Go catch some rats. It ain't gonna hurt you. Just leave him alone. He'll snake on by. Yeah, I'll go try to find some. I need to shovel all this out from under this sawmill right here so I can scoop that up and get it out of here. We made a pretty good dent and stuff around here. Got all that old black composted dirt that was from all these pine trees for the last who knows how many years. Composted into that dirt pretty good. So some nice black soil over there. Had a little bit of pine bark in it. But I think that stuff's gonna work good for her planter boxes up there. So technically it's not planter boxes. It's just she's making like the little gardening beds. I'm sure they'll end up with shrubs or flowers later. But right now she's gonna plant tomatoes and peppers. Who knows what else in there. So we're gonna have groceries right at the house. Kind of unconventional, but hey, whatever. It works. Hey, Dookie. All right, that was much better. All that bark and stuff out from under there. Found a few tools, some of my little wax crayons, and we got the sawdust pallet moved. I think it got big, really showing up on camera how big that is, but it's taller than I am. So yeah, look at this. A lot of sawdust. Hopefully that stuff will compost. I'm gonna head up and take a little break and cool off for a minute though. It's like probably 100 degrees out here today, it feels like. Well, it's a new day. Yesterday ended up being a pretty much cleanup day all day long, cleaning up sawdust, cleaning up around the sawmill. Also had to find good dirt for Bonnie's garden beds. You saw me taking that stuff up there. Someone mentioned about, I made a little short video too, and someone mentioned about the sawdust. What I was digging up wasn't sawdust. It was pretty much all pine bark. Most of the sawdust stays mitigated in this area here, and I got my sawdust pile. But way back here in the back, let me show you. Way back here, we don't have much sawdust. It's all pine bark. Basically where I stack all these trees at and move these trees around. It's all pine bark and it turns into topsoil pretty much. It's pretty good dirt. We used it in the past and had really good success with the dirt. There are a little bit of wood chips and stuff in here because we did mulch this at one time. But most of this dirt back here is good topsoil. A lot of it's just old tree bark and stuff that's pretty much composted into the ground. It's probably better than half the stuff you can buy at the store. And it's all natural. We don't have to worry about where it's coming from. Because that's pretty important when it comes to your groceries and when you're planting crops and things that you put in your mouth and in your belly. We try to do everything all natural when we do grow, and plants grow just fine in all natural dirt and soil. I got most of the stuff cleaned up down here. I got a little bit more to do. Got the grapple on now though. We took the jig off the sawmill. It's over here now. And I did want to show you how easy this is to get off. I just picked the whole board up that's sitting on. I gotta move it out of the way. I'll probably reconfigure that board. But yeah, you can put this on any sawmill. If you can clamp a board, you can put this on any sawmill, no matter what brand it is. I got the grapple on now. I got to do some log moving, log organization. As much work as I got to do right now, I really need to be on the sawmill sawing wood, not cleaning up. But it's always much nicer and seems like work goes a lot quicker when you got a clean area to work in. But I feel like summer is in full swing here. It is hot. I've already changed shirts once today. And it's not even lunchtime yet. But I'm about to get all those pine logs sorted out, and I got to get the kids down here and the wife down here. It's going to be all hands on deck, because we got a lot of work to do and we don't have time to waste. So stay tuned for that. We got a lot of sawing coming up. Well, I got the small log on here. I'm gonna make my 1x6s for this one job I gotta get out today. I think I might be able to get all 6 out of this log. I'm not sure. They have to be 16 foot long. That end's a little short. But what I didn't show is yesterday evening, we went over to the buddies with the LT40 and we cut all our 1x12s for this job. We also are required some 1x3s. So we're gonna take those slabs and whatever other slabs we got, and we're gonna turn them into 1x3s on the edger. So we needed 32 1x12s, 8 foot long. Actually, half of them were supposed to be 7 foot, half of them were supposed to be 8 foot. But I just made them all 8 foot and cut them down if he needs them. Probably have to get some more boards over here because we need 32 1x3s. But what I'm gonna do right now, on this edger, this inside blade is right at 2 inches from the edge. We're gonna change that to 3 inches. That way I can run these straight boards and easily get 1x3s. So I'm about to do that right now. Move that blade over out of the way so I don't slice my wrist open on it. We'll just loosen this collar up. What I'll do is measure from the blade tip over to the edge. We're a little too far right now. And I want to be on this side of the 3 inch mark because I want the board coming through here to be 3 inches. And I think that's perfect right there. So I'm going to snug that down where it's at, and we're going to call that good. We may order another one of these hubs and blades and make like a gang saw with this thing. We'll try it out anyway. Now with my magnetic measuring device, I need to move that over 1 inch. So now I'll be able to run these boards with the flat edges through here and get exact 3 inches on this blade here. Now I can adjust this blade to 3 inches. We'll get 2 3-inch boards at the same time. All right, so we're at 3 inches there, and this one is at 6 inches. So that's perfect. Just wipe a little grease on there so it doesn't rust anyway. Maybe sap won't stick to it. And I'll move that blade in and out a little bit just to work that grease in there. Oh yeah, much nicer. I notice it's getting a little sticky. Now just to see what I was talking about, they're both 3 inches. We got 3 inches from this edge to here, and then we got 3 inches on the mark. So That'll be 2 3-inch boards at a time. Yeah, that's something I've been wanting to do for a while now. I've just been trying to find a slow time so we can get that done. But that's really going to speed up making these battens because we do tons of board and batten. And that's probably the majority of stuff we do is board and batten and siding stuff. So we cut a ton of 1x6s all the time. That'll really speed things up on there. And it doesn't affect my cutting because we still got a lot of room here. Even at 3 inches on that one blade, we can still cut a 20-inch board on the other side. So it still works out perfect. All right, we're gonna get this thing fired up. We're gonna start cutting some battens. Well, that worked out pretty good. We got our 1x3s done here. Our little range road edger hadn't disappointed yet. This thing has been doing amazing work. Really speeding things up down here at the sawmill. Mason's over here getting mulberries out of the tree with a stick. I got 2 helpers with me today.
Hey.
All right, we got those trimmed out. Everything's cut there. Now we just need our 1x6s. We only need 6 1x6s to finish this job out. We have 32 1x12s and we got 32 1x3s. So on to the 1x6s. We got 7 boards instead of 6, but I'll give them the extra. And it is definitely summertime. It is super hot today. It's got to be 90 degrees. But check this out. Got something really cool for the sawmill. We got a new 43 quart Woodmizer LT40 dual zone cooler. This thing's like a refrigerator and freezer on the wheels right here. This thing is AC or DC, and it also comes with a battery. This thing has a LiPo 4 battery in it. This thing will run 8+ hours on that battery alone. But I think that's the coolest thing. I've had other coolers that plug into your lighter and use 12 volt. This one actually uses 120 volt, 12 volt, and the battery. So we can run this thing all day long, even out here in this 90 degree heat. And we can freeze ice creams. We can keep all our drinks cold. And it's like having a portable refrigerator everywhere we go. So that's definitely one way we can beat the heat. Now this thing is perfect for the sawmill, for camping, for any kind of adventure you go on where you can't be plugged into power. This is the perfect cooler for that.
These have been in that cooler since mid-morning. It's now 4 o'clock.
Yeah, I know it's got to be at least 90 degrees, and everything's still frozen there. All our drinks are still cold. We got nice cold water. So this cooler has a dual zone cooling system. You can turn one side up or down. You can turn one side off and leave the other side on. This thing is completely portable. It's got wheels with a handle on here, so you can pull this thing around with you anywhere you go. It's also got these 2 handles on the side, one on each side, so you can carry it around if you need to. And if you're like me and you have electronics and camera equipment you need to charge on the go, you got charging ports right here on the back of the cooler. We got a cool, convenient bottle opener right here on the side. And this thing is pretty light. It's easy to carry. No heavier than a typical cooler anyway. We got cool, convenient LED lights in this thing. This is a 43 quart cooler, so you can pack a lot of stuff in this thing. And this freezer is a little smaller, but you got these little convenient baskets you can take things out with as well. But yeah, check it out. I'm gonna leave a link in the description where you can find this thing. We also have a discount code in the link, so you can save a few dollars when you buy your own. And this thing is gonna be a game changer for the sawmill and for our travels and trips all summer long. I think my favorite thing about this thing is I'm sick and tired of putting ice in coolers and watching it melt, and then your drinks start floating around in there and getting shaken up, and then they get hot. Well, with this right here, we no longer have to worry about that. We got a bottle opener. All your controls are right here. Plus you have the phone app with the Bluetooth control. You can control all your functions right at the palm of your hand. You can turn each zone up and down. You can turn one or the other off. You can monitor power supply and how much power you got in your battery. You can also toggle from centigrade to Fahrenheit, depending on your country or where you live or what you prefer. This cooler is gonna come in handy whether we're farming, sawmilling, in the RV, camping, or at the lake, and for Jetty. Right, Jetty? So if you like one of these for your sawmill or for your adventures, go check out the link in the description. Like I said, there's also a discount code there to save you a few dollars on your purchase. So yeah, we're getting bougie down here at the sawmill with our Woodmizer LT cooler. I think it's gonna be great for the summer. And again, this is the 43 quart cooler from Woodmizer LT. All right, all that lumber's gone. That customer picked up and he just left. Got a pretty good slab pile going on here. I need to start taking some of that up to the field so I can get ready to burn it when it does rain again. And I'm gonna pick through the other side of that. As soon as I get through that scrap stuff in the front, we're gonna pick through that back side of it and we're gonna pull boards out to run through the edger. But we were a little more organized down here. We're a little cleaner down here. I gotta get this mess cleaned up, and it is muddy right now. We had a pretty good thunderstorm come through last night and it got pretty nasty. But that was a great little adjustment we did to our range road hydraulic edger, moving that blade to the 3-inch mark. That's really gonna be nice, cutting these battens, and we got 400 battens to make on this next job, so that's gonna make our life a lot easier. And I'm gonna try to bring you along for most of that stuff, most of that job anyway. I love to record everything we do down here, but it's kind of hard to sometimes. Sometimes we get so busy, it's just not really possible to record. We gotta put the cameras down and really get to work and get the sawing. So, cause we record everything, we start getting behind. But it's late Saturday evening, sun's about to go down behind us here. We're gonna head up to the house and get us some dinner. So that's gonna be it for today. I appreciate you joining us and hope you like this video. Make sure you hit that like button. And if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We'll see you in the next one.